Hey friends, it's time for another story. I had such a hard time deciding which ones because I have so many fun Christmas books. But I picked Are You Grumpy Santa? Because I know sometimes we have grumpy days and we have to decide, do we want to be grumpy or do we want to take some belly breaths and make it a great day? Same is true for Santa. Can you believe it? Oh, look what's happening to Santa. That little dog is running after him. Santa looks kind of scared there. We all know that Santa's jolly, but there's something else worth knowing. There are times when even Santa doesn't feel like ho-ho-hoing. If you've never heard this story, you might be quite surprised. It's about a grumpy Santa who became ungrumpified, which means he became happy. He probably took some big belly breaths. One night while Santa slept, dreams of Christmas in his head, a giant snore from Mrs. Claus blew him out of bed. He rolled across the bedroom floor. Ouchie, ouchie, ow! And then he tripped over a bowling ball and stubbed his little toe. Look at Grandma snoring. Okay, on the count of 3, you're gonna make your biggest snore, but only one time, and then stop. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stop. Okay, let's see what happens next to poor Santa. He was tired and his toe hurt, but he hopped into the tub. My big round jelly belly sure could use a soapy scrub, but when he turned the shower knob, this water's freezing! He jumped out of the bathtub. Now he's sniffling and sneezing. Poor Santa, he got too cold. The elves defrosted Santa by the edge of a small fire and tried to warm his favorite Santa suit, inside of the dryer. Okay, boys and girls, you are going to turn and talk. Listen to what I want you to share. You're going to share what you think happened to Santa's suit when the elves put it in the dryer. Remember that you're going to use a one whisper voice. You're both going to share, then you're going to turn around and look at me. Ready? Turn and talk. Okay, friends, turn and look at me. Remember, the elves are putting it in the dryer. When I show you this picture, thumbs up if you were right. Not yelling it out, thumbs up. It shrunk, but the dryer shrank his suit. So they made a little switch and replaced it with the woolly one that made him scratch and itch. Wool clothes sometimes are kind of itchy. At breakfast, things got much worse. There must be some mistake. What happened to my waffles, pancakes, sausage, eggs, and steak? Mrs. Claus said, I want you on a diet. You're so handsome when you're thin. A grouchy Santa mumbled, today I just can't win. Poor Santa stubbed his toe, had a cold shower, his suit shrunk, and now he doesn't have very much food. Santa grabbed his gifts and headed out the door, but his fleet of flying reindeer they were before. And when he finally found them, he shouted out, "Oh no!" His reindeer had been buried hoof to antler in the snow. Look at all that snow, friends. Here's the smoke coming from his cabin. Thumbs up if you'd like that much snow at home to play in. It would be super fun. Although I think if we went on a sled, we'd sink. The reindeer were still frozen. They flew out of control. They almost crashed the speeding sleigh into the striped North Pole. "Hold steady," Santa yelled as he unfolded his map. And then, whoosh, a giant gust of wind blew up and stole poor Santa's cap. Santa is just kind of grumpy. At the first house on his list, Santa had no change of luck. He jumped into the chimney and his belly got him stuck. He wiggled from side to side and then gave a mighty push. He fell into the fireplace and sprained his chubby tush. Boys and girls, do you know what sometimes a tush is called? His bottom. Poor Santa. In Paris, because remember, he goes all over the world, he was chased by a tiny growling poodle. It's really tiny there. There's Santa, and there's that poodle chasing him. And in Italy, he slipped upon a noodle. Because in Italy is where they make lots of pasta, lots of noodles. He was nearly trampled by a bull in beautiful Pamplona. I don't know if that's how you say that or not. And he bumped into a Christmas tree in Phoenix, Arizona. If you don't know, in Phoenix, Arizona, it's in the desert. And what kind of plant grows in a desert? Cactuses. Ouch. Poor Santa. At the last house on his list, near the point of full despair, he tripped over a toy train and he flew into the air. He grabbed the chandelier, which is a giant light, and then he heard the ceiling crack, and poor old Santa tumbled down and landed on his back. I'm feeling kind of sorry for Santa. I understand why he's grumpy. I'm tired. My toe hurts. I'm hungry and freezing. My wool suit is so itchy. I'm sniffling and sneezing. My head has got a bump. My tush is wrapped in gauze. I can't take this anymore. Poor Santa. I'm a grumpy Santa Claus. Thumbs up if you would be grumpy too if all that happened to you. Me too. Then suddenly he saw it next to the Christmas tree. He walked over to inspect it, belly grumbling hungrily. It was a card for Santa. Painted on it was a wreath, and when he picked it up, he found some cookies underneath. Here's the card. There's the cookies. I wonder what it says. As he read the note inside, his heart did nearly pause. We made you all of these cookies because we love you, Santa Claus. Santa smiled and he took a bite. The lesson was very clear. When people do nice things, the grumpies disappear. Friends, I'm going to say that again. When people do nice things for other people, it makes them happy. It makes the person happy, and it makes the person happy that did the nice thing. Santa flew into the night, the winter moon aglow. He felt so good, he shouted out a hearty, can you do it with me? Ho, ho, ho! So remember, make it chocolate, silky smooth, or extra lumpy. Just be sure to leave some cookies in case Santa is feeling grumpy. Boys and girls, I love that book, and mostly I love it because of the lesson that it tells us. It tells us to be kind and caring to each other. And when we do that, we feel good, and the person that we're doing it to, being kind and caring to, it makes them feel good too. I am so happy I got to read to you again. So boys and girls, always remember that you're smart and you can learn. Always remember to treat other people the way you want to be treated. And most of all, remember that you are loved. See you later, friends.